to writing class. We are going to learn about how you can really score 40 by 40 in your IELTS reading. This is a super tip and keep watching. Let's learn how you can get such a wonderful score. So the first tip I would like to tell about is use the keywords. Keywords. So what are the keywords you can find in your reading? That's what all about your score. Because when you get your reading passages, there are different kinds of questions. Like sometimes you'll get questions like yes or no, not given, or sometimes you can write fill in the blanks, or sometimes you can choose the headings. So such kind of questions, sometimes multiple choice. So there are different varieties of questions you get in your IELTS. Okay, so let's learn how you can find the right keywords for your IELTS reading. So you can see one paragraph I am showing over here. This is a one typical paragraph for your academic reading. So this paragraph is all about the consumer advice. So first you understand your passage heading. So first you have to understand what your title is or your passage is about. Okay. So when it comes to this first passage, first one is about consumer advice. That's the title of your passage. Got it? So before moving to the question, you first understand what is the title of your passage. So the passage title is consumer advice. Got it this far? Okay, so we have to find the keywords, right? So let's move to the question. I'll show you a few questions for your IELTS reading passages. See the question over here. The question is about true, false, not given. Okay, the first part is about. So read the question thoroughly. What I meant about the keyword is that we'll read the question first together. You will receive a card telling you if an item has been left with a neighbor. Okay, see, you will receive a card. See, what is our first keyword is over here is a card. What the card tells you if an item has been left with a neighbor. So the card is exactly telling that whether the item is left with a neighbor or not. So that's your keyword, a card. Okay, so if you are finding such any kind of keywords in your reading, you can assure you that the option can be true or false. Then you have to finally clear out whether it is true or false, because if the keywords are there, it won't be not given. You got it? So when it comes to the second question, again I'll tell you one more keyword so you will understand thoroughly. It may be quicker to get a refund than a replacement for a non-delivered item. So listen here. It may be quicker. See the keyword quicker. What is quicker? So question yourself. It is about to get a refund than replacement. So they are saying that rather than to get a refund, it is always best to have a replacement for a what kind of item? Non-delivered item. So they are talking about a non-delivered item. Its replacement is much quicker than refund. Okay. So that's about this. Let's move to the another question about not given or true false. You are entitled to a refund if the item fails to arrive by certain time. When you are about to get a refund is the keyword. When fails to arrive on time. If you didn't get your things on time, it means you are probably going to get a refund. So that's what about the keyword is. I hope you understood this aspect. So always go for your keyword, okay, and always understand that when it comes to such kind of question, make sure that whether it is true, false, not given, or whether it is yes, no, or not given, because you might think that, oh, what is the difference for yes or true, no or false? Okay, so when it comes to your IELTS exam, suppose instead of true you are going to write yes, then you won't get your marks. Okay, So that's what true, because I have experienced the same thing. So and recently I just found out when my score is out, I realized that that was the reason for my answer was wrong. Okay, so when you write your answer, just make sure that if it is true is given in your academic reading passage, write true only true, not S. Suppose if your IELTS passage is given, a question is about S, then write S. Okay, don't write Y or don't write N. This is also absolutely wrong. Don't write T or don't write F, true or false. That is also wrong. Many students, they just write not given like this. So this is also absolutely wrong. You got it? So let's move to the another question about the keyword. We'll move to the keyword first, then I'll tell you another tips. So what about this passage? What this is about? Rice cookers. Got it? So don't worry about what all things are there under this. So suppose if you get a question like this in separate sessions like A, B, C, D and E, you might have a chance to get your either choose from an option or from headings, or choose the right titles. Here what happens? For write the correct letter A to E in boxes 7 to 14 from your answer sheet. You may use any letter more than once. So clearly understand your question here. They are asking about the correct letter. They want you to write the correct letter. So they have given the passages A to E. So you can use the letter more than once. So always it is best to understand what the question is about. Okay. So they have asked about the keyword the rice cooker, and the following statement is true. So they are asking about what all are the statements about rice cooker is true to your eyes. That's it. Got it? So let's move to the question. I'll tell you a few questions, then you will understand. The handles at the side are hard to use. So here what is the keyword? Just think in mind. If you are there online, just give me in the comment section. What is the keyword for the 7th question? The handles at the side are hard to use. So of course, first the keyword is what? Handles. That is the main word. And at the side are what? Handles are hard to use. So handles and hard are the main keywords are over here. Got it? Okay, I can see your message. I'll try to focus much more. I'll tell you one more time this question. The handles at the side are hard to use. Okay, here the keyword is handles. Got it? And hard means difficult. You know the word. So these handles and hard are the keywords. You got it? So suppose if you use such kind of words in your writing, or sorry, in your reading, you are going to score 40 by 40. I can really assure you that, because earlier time when I went for my IELTS exam, I have appeared for twice. Okay, and the first time I have lost. I have got only 7 for my reading, and the last time when I went for my IELTS, I got 9 in reading. So this was because a few tips I have used for my reading. So this is one of the tips I have used. Just practice with this. It cooks brown rice without a mess. So what is the keyword here? Try to understand. Just try. If you are there online, please put in the comments. It cooks brown rice. What is the keyword? Brown rice. Without making a mess. So without making any kind of mess means you know that nothing is proper, untidy, unhygienic, something like that. So it cooks brown rice without a mess. What is the keyword? Brown rice without a mess. You got it? Cooking is much better with this kind of rice or something like that. Got it? And next, the third one also we'll discuss once again. It automatically switches setting to keep the rice warm when cooked. It automatically switched. So what is the keyword here? It automatically switched. There is an automatic switch to keep the rice warm when cooked. See the automatically switches and rice, keep the rice warm. So that is your keyword. Okay, got it? It is difficult to get a removable top really clean. Okay. it is difficult. What is difficult? To get a removable top. So removable top and difficulty. On what sense? To really to get it cleaned or something like that. So like this way you have to go for your keywords again and again. I am saying, like, if you can find your right keywords in your question, you are 100% done, I can say. You just believe me, next time you are going to score 40 on 40. I can assure you that. Okay, so let's move to the another question. I'm just turning the pages. So this is another passage. If you have any difficulty in seeing the passage, just message me. And this passage is about safety when working on roofs. What is about safety? Where? On roofs. When you work on roof, what all are the safety things you have to prepare? Okay. So when you see such passages, don't worry. You might get confused whether I'll be able to finish my within 20 minutes. In my next video, I'll tell you how to fast read or how to skim read within 10 minutes of your IELTS passage. Okay. Especially reading. Okay. So this time we'll understand the keyword concept. So safety on when working on roofs. So this is our passage. Okay, and then move to the question. This is a different kind of question. See what happens here. Always I say, students, my students, I always say that when you get such kind of questions, always look for the question no more than 3 words or a number. Got it? No more than 3 words or number. So that's your first aspect of your question. When you get a question like this, I am giving you an additional tip. Just listen clearly. More than 3 words means it could be 2 words. Okay? Or it could be 3 words. Not 1 word. Again and again I am saying, not 1 word. It can be 2 words or 3 words. Not 1 word. Just got it? Okay. So, and it is can be even a number. You understand the trick? Suppose the question comes like this, not more than what I'll write here. Suppose the question comes here, if it is more than 2 words, okay, then it can be 2 words or it can be 1 word. Got it? It can be 2 word or 1 word. But when it comes to 3 words, okay, it can only be 2 words or 3 words, not 1 word. So, safety when working on roads. So that is our heading for the passage. Okay. So investigation shows that over half of faults are from less than what? Okay. What happens here? Over half of faults are from less than what? It might be a year or a number. Got it? Can be a number. So just guess what is going to come for your, I mean, like, the blank or the dash where what you are going to fill over there. The majority faults occur on where? It can be a place, it can be a noun, okay? So something, just wild guess, okay? So when it comes to the control, the dash, the hazard at the beginning stage before the work begins if possible. Some kind of hazard, some kind of name, okay? You got it? So guess, that's the only thing. And then one more additional tip I would like to offer here is that, like, when you get a passage, then you just tell yourself that this is just nothing, a single passage that can't, destroy my mind. Because when I see a passage like this for the first time, I always feel, that 30 minutes, oh my God, it looks so heavy on me. Nothing like that. Okay, you have to tell yourself that it is very easy and I can crack it. Nothing is impossible. Okay, okay. So let's move to the another question. one entire passage we will discuss. Okay, entire means in the sense that a few questions about the three passages. Okay, so maternity allowances for working women. So there are some allowances. Allowances means some benefits or something like that for working women. You got it? So let's see. This is our passage heading. Let's move to the question. So here, see here, no more than two words or a number. What I said earlier is about, it's just two words, okay, or a number. You got it? But it can be one word also. Okay, got it. So the maximum amount of money a woman can get a week is, this question, you can understand this is for sure a number, right? For sure it's a number, because the maximum amount of money. So they have asked an amount. So that means it can be a number, nothing else. Okay, got it? Go for a number, that's it for each week. Being dash for a time does not necessarily mean that a woman will be eligible for maternity allowance. Being dash or some noun or some what kind of some kind of situation or some could be there. So that is not the keyword. What is there will not make, won't be make eligible for any kind of maternity allowances. So in order to claim, a woman must send a dash or a small earning. So such kind of question, go for this keyword, small earning exemption certificate. Just go for it, underline it and read the specific part only, nothing more than that. Okay, okay. So you got it, this fill in the blanks question. Next, move to the another aspect. This is our final passage, the California gold rush of 1849. So understand, nothing is there, just understand, just a Californian gold rush of 1849. That's it. Let's move to the question. So this kind of question, A, B or C or D, I would like to say that this is the most confusing question, and I also find difficulty in this area, because why? You have to thoroughly understand the question, because all these options they give, just for a moment, all these options they give is quite hard, or like somewhat very closer, very closer. That's why I'm saying, because they are good at confusing us, right? Because they do not want us to get 40 on 40 for the reading, right? So that's why when such kind of questions, if you get such kind of questions in your passage 1, okay, or whichever passage you are going to read for the first time for your IELTS reading, never go for such questions for the first. Okay, go for the easiest one first, and just spend for the easiest one, I think you could say about 2-3 minutes. Sorry, maximum 5 minutes you can finish your reading, and 5 minutes for the answer. So you can save the time for the first passage. You got it? When it comes to such kind of questions, you will find more difficulty in this area. You got it? So always go for this question last. That's my opinion. Okay, I don't know what's your opinion, but I think if you do this way, you can score much better, I believe. So let's see how the writer suggests that Marshall's discovery came to good time for the US. So here also, what? Here it is a suggestion. Keyword is suggestion. What? About what? A Marshall's discovery at a good time for the US. Why? Why his discovery was at a good time? Why? The question they have asked. Why? The Mexican-American War was ending. So there were men needing to work. So what was the one reason? It was war was ending. That's your first keyword. His expertise in water power would not be useful in gold mining. Okay. Water power would be useful. Okay. That's your second keyword. Okay. And the population of California had already begun to increase rapidly. What is there? The third, population has rapid increase. That is your third aspect. The region was about to come under the control of US. So under the control of US. So that's your, this is about your 4 aspect of the question. Okay, understand your keywords. Again and again I am saying, if you can really find out your keywords, underline it, underline and practice. That is your best tip for your reading, because I am a band 9 in reading. So I can assure you, I can give you a lot of advice on this, okay? And surely you will get your scholarship as well if you get such a wonderful score for your reading and listening. That's the best for your career as well, okay? So such way you have to understand the question. And then the last part of this question is about the basic technique for extracting gold. So when you get a question like this, here they have asked about the technique. Go for that paragraph only. Go for that specific paragraph, nothing more than that, okay? So what they have said about just one word only. Got it? Just one word. Stick to one word, not a number. Just one word, okay? The most basic method used by many miners began with the digging some. See the keyword, what they dig out of water. They dig, they took out something out of river. What was that? It could be a noun, of course. So, you got it. Just, you just imagine what would be there. And then, what here? Gold rush, which weighed more, remained in the pan, or if the miners were lucky, there might even be some dash too. See, gold dust is the keyword. So go for the passage where the gold dust is mentioned. Okay, that's your best tip over here. Got it? Okay. So let's move to the techniques again. So we were discussing about the first technique is about the keyword. I hope you really understood what the keyword is and how you can use it approximately in your reading, okay? And second is about your writing letters. I would like to say capital. Why I am saying capital letters in your IELTS reading? Because when you write your answer, suppose your answer is basic, okay? My handwriting is not that much proper. Maybe your handwriting is much better. Suppose if you write a handwriting like this, I do not know. Nobody can read, right? It is basic, got it? But suppose if you write this way, like this, BASIC, okay? So that means you only just understand which one looks better on you, right? Which one? Of course, I would say that it is this basic I would go for. Not this is okay. If you can write this way, you can go for small letters. But this way, this is wrong. And sometimes what happens, like when it comes to writing, when you write things, okay, and there can be some spelling mistake also. Some people like instead of BASIC, some people say basic also. Sometimes spelling mistakes can be there. We cannot be sure. Sometimes then words like some words like phrases. Okay, for example, if I say Hans so what the exam really asks about, how many letters should be there for your word count? Already said it can be 3, or it can be 1, or it can be 2, or it can be a number as well. So this is your word count, nothing more than that, okay? Very rarely it comes through your more than 3 words, but most of the time 3, 1, 2 or a number is asked, okay? But always keep in mind that when it comes to one word, just one word only. Even though there are many answers in your passage, you can't write or you can't add any more extra numbers or extra words to your writing. That would be absolutely wrong, okay? Always stick to your word count. So this is my IELTS reading. So let's move to the first. I'll understand briefly. I'll summarize what I was teaching today. It is about the keywords. stick to your keywords. Okay, you understood with the passage how a keywords can be for different kind of questions. So always go for your keywords, understand your passage. That's the best tip for your IELTS reading. Okay, and then when it comes to letters, capital is the most preferred form of letter is asked. Sometimes there can be some issues as well. Suppose there are some words in they give address like 12th Avenue. Sometimes people mistakenly write, instead of capital letter, they write Avenue this way. Okay, so that this is right, this is wrong. So what you have to think about in mind that when you use your capital letter, like for example, if you write 12th, okay, Avenue, you write in full capital letter, your answer can be absolutely right. You don't have to worry about your writing styles or anything. Okay, so that's it. And the last is about your word count. Okay, when it comes to the word count, I have already explained, like when it comes to one word, three word or two word or number, always stick to this. Sometimes they are confusing, like they just ask just one word. Okay, just one word. Here what happens, if it is just one word, sometimes it can be a number as well. Sometimes, occasionally it happens, but there won't be any instructions in your passage, but still it can be a number as well. So we are not sure, but if you get some questions like that, try to find out. And on top of that, I would like to say that I would like to say that in your reading, there are three types of passages. Three passages, right? And one would be the easy, I found this way, and one can be moderate difficulty, okay, and one can be quite difficult or quite hard, I could say, kind of. And it is your heart decides which one is easiest. And I always say to students that always go for the easy ones, okay, first. Easy ones first, the difficult ones should be kept at last. That is your best resort, and you can save your time on this, and you can really learn this way. And that was about my IELTS reading tip. And if you have any doubts or anything, you can just add in the comment section, and I can see if you send it right now. I can understand, I can answer if any queries right now, if you have. And so hope you understood the lesson what I was teaching today. And this is my classes are absolutely free, and if you have any kind of queries or any kind of difficulties in your any form of IELTS it can be reading, listening, writing or speaking, you can really put in the comment section, and whatever tips I have used for my personal reference, I will surely help you out with, because I know that many people are searching for a career abroad, and they really want to get good at your skills. And for me also, I have really worked hard for this, and I have learned a lot of tips, and I have felt teaching. I am a professional, and I teach many students IELTS, and I know what are the difficulties students face. And if you have any difficulties, please put in the comment section. And thanks for your cooperation and support throughout this video, and see you in the next time. And thanks for watching.